Hello and welcome here to this episode of the Cambridge United Career Mode. So starting off today, we have our short list. So I spent a good chunk of time going through all the players that we had previously scouted and then going through some of the free agents that caught my attention. So we were scouting almost every single one of these players, and we'll be scouting all of these players at some point to see their values, their wages, and whether, in my opinion, they'll be a good buy or a good loan. So all of these players we'll be taking a look at now, but be going after in January or in the next summer transfer window. As you know, I turned off the transfer window to keep it as realistic as possible. But the main positions that we looked at were fullbacks, center backs, and strikers, because those positions we have a lot of loaned-in players. So after this year, we won't have a ton of players there, so we need to start addressing that. And also, we don't have very good depth combined with the older starter players, especially at center back, which is why I shortlisted so many of them, because there were so many. Like, I'm pretty sure that there's only one player in our center back position that isn't either loaned in or over the age of 30. It's actually really bad for us because Nelson's 34 and Miller is 30. So both of those guys are going to start declining relatively soon, especially Nelson. And so them only being a 60 and a 62, we need to get in some talent soon. So you guys can pause at whatever player you would like to take a look. I will be showing you the scouting reports once they're done in the next episode. I have a lot of those to show you, along with their values. Now, the only guy that is currently with a club that is not from England is Jamie McLaren, because I was impressed how he played in the friendly against him. So I decided to throw him on the short list and see what his actual value in that is. A player that I'm definitely interested in going after is Mark McNulty. Devontae Cole is on loan at Barnsley from Manchester United, so the odds of getting him are very low. But yeah, a lot of these guys are from the free agents list because we only have to pay their wages instead of both the wages and the clubs. But we're just about set to start the 2014 season in our first match versus Northampton. So Northampton's squad looks like this. No more Akinfenwa, which is good for us, I guess. Duke, their goalkeeper, has one wicked haircut, and I'm not sure if there's a highlight of that or not, but here's our starting 11. This is a full-strength starting 11 with Elliott and Appy up front, Chadwick, Dunk, Donaldson, Champion, Taylor, Miller, Nelson, Lanzoni, and our fantastic goalkeeper Dunn in net. But with that kick, we are underway in the 2014 season. So our first chance came early in the game in the 5th minute when we have a corner, but that's easily dealt with by Northampton. Now later on, 10 minutes later, Appia with the run. Appia and Elliott are a fantastic striker partnership because of their speed, and Appia shows you in this one, but he rings that one off the post. Unfortunate miss there. Now, 10 minutes later again, it's Luke Chadwick's turn, the veteran Cam, taking it himself, and he will eventually pass that out to Elliott. Elliott into Dunk. Harrison Dunk, our young left midfielder, plays it into Chadwick. Chadwick back to Dunk, and Harrison Dunk scores the first goal of the career mode in competitive play, Harrison Dunk makes it a 1-0 game in the 28th minute to give us the lead over Northampton in the first half. A beautiful bit of play from Chadwick and Dunk, and the 23-year-old left midfielder puts that one in the back of the net. Dunn, very impressed on that one, celebrating over there with the fans behind him. But now later on, 5 minutes later, it's the 31st minute. Morris with the ball. He plays into Richards. Richards crosses it to O'Toole, and John Joe O'Toole rings that one off the bar, and it is eventually cleared. I'm sorry, I got Dan O'Toole, the guy who goes with Fox Sports 1 now and no longer TSN, but yay. Only the Canadian guys will get that. But now another great chance. Morris with the strike there, but done with a fantastic save. Now later on, a beautiful chance for Appia, but he shoots right at the keeper. I tried finessing it, but he put that one straight at the keeper, and now we get another corner. That one's dealt with, but it goes back to Taylor. Taylor dancing with the ball. He's taken out by the ankles, and it'll be a free kick to us and a yellow card. I thought originally that could have been a red card for John Joe O'Toole, not Dan O'Toole, in the 42nd minute. But I guess the referee decided no, it wasn't. Definitely not the best of challenges there from O'Toole. But on the ensuing free kick from 27 yards out, Donaldson curls it and hits the wall. We head it back, and it's eventually cleared. Now in stoppage time, Hackett with the ball out on the wing, taking on Lanzoni, and Lanzoni completely misses. O'Toole into Tony, and Tony rings one off the bar, goes down, and we eventually clear it. Somehow that one stayed out. Still in stoppage time now. Dunk plays into Appia. Appia, the man on loan from Crystal Palace, jumps over a man and barely puts that one wide. He tried going short side, or near post, sorry, in soccer lingo. But that would end the first half, as we are now in the 56th minute, second half action. Appia takes a strike, but another wonderful save from Duke, and that's the haircut that I'm talking about. What a beauty. Now Donaldson plays it into the middle. Nelson is unable to get ahead to it. Taylor again with the ball. He plays it out to Appia, and Appia is offside. Now in the 61st minute, Northampton with the ball. Morris crosses it in to Sinclair, and Sinclair puts that one over the bar for a goal kick. Not sure why I said kick like that, but now in the 68th minute, Sinclair gets played through, and Emily Sinclair, or MLA, I'm not sure how you pronounce it, puts that one past Dunn, who has been fantastic in this game, and in the 68th minute, Northampton have tied it. We are still looking for our first win as a manager of Cambridge United, as we drew 2 of the friendlies and lost one of them. The first one, we drew the 2 others. But Sinclair makes it a 1-all game, celebrating with his teammate there. But now later on in the 74th minute, Elliott on the counterattack takes it around his man Langmead, and he barely puts that one wide. Probably would have been best to send in a low cross for Appia there, but nonetheless, now in the 80th minute, the cross goes into Richards, and Richards gets robbed by Dunn. Dunn has been a fantastic keeper so far. Donaldson with the ball now in the 88th minute, and he puts that one straight at the legs of Duke, and it is cleared. Now in stoppage time, Hackett with the ball. He's trying to find an outlet, and no, that will be the end of the match. Our first competitive match in Football League 2. We draw 1-all versus Northampton. Now for the match ratings, it'll just be a sec. Final score 1-1. Sinclair and Dunk with the goals. Now it is time for your match ratings. Dunk was the man of the match with a 7.5. Chadwick a 7.2. Dunn also a 7.2. That is our only 7.2 ratings. Taylor was close with a 6.8. He drew that free kick there. And now the bottom boys. Hughes, who came on, only got a 4. Diallo also came on, got a 5.6. Champion and Lanzoni and Nelson were the 3 lowest who actually played the match with 5.7s respectively. Now we are on to the Capital One Cup versus Wolverhampton, a championship side. So I knew from the start that we were screwed. I'm sorry I forgot to record our lineups. That'll be fine for the rest of the matches. But we're just about set. We definitely have a backup side, as this game was 2 days after that last one. So there was only 2 guys who were able to play in this one who played in the last one. Sorry, 3, including Dunn, Champion, and Dunk. But we give up a penalty in the 6th minute, which is definitely not what we wanted to do. Definitely not the best. Tom Naylor, who's on loan from Derby, I believe, takes the foul there. Luckily doesn't get red carded. Not even a card at all. But now Henry is set to take the penalty against Dunn. Now, I'll let you know now that I'm pretty decent at penalties. And as you see there, a beautiful stop from Dunn on the championship side on the penalty. And we eventually clear. So that was a huge thing for us. Eventually, there we go. Now in the 17th minute, Rowe with the ball. He crosses that one into Edwards. And Edwards just barely puts that one over the bar. I think Dunn was there if that one didn't go over the bar. But now Clark, a beautiful save again from Dunn. This guy has been on fire. But now Henry gets a chance in the 32nd minute, but they waste that free kick. Now Goldberg gets challenged hard by Naylor, I believe that is. Yes, Tom Naylor again. The Ginger in the 37th minute gets yellow carded. The referee had enough of his actions, and now the free kick in is easily stopped by Dunn, and he boots that one out. Now the 40th minute, McDonald with the ball. He plays it into Edwards. Edwards to Clark. Clark trying to find an outlet. He finds Edwards, and Edwards smashes that one to the back of the net. Dunn couldn't stop that one, and as the time ticks to 40 minutes on the dot, Edwards puts that one in the back of the net. So we are losing for the first time in competitive matches as Edwards puts that one past Dunn. A championship side is expected to beat a League 2 side, but maybe we can pull back in the second half and gain some momentum and see if we can come back against a very strong side, by our standards at least, in Wolves. But actually our first chance comes in stoppage time as Simpson is on the break. Our backup striker being tugged by Johnson, and he shoots, and that's a wonderful save from Ikemi. I'm sorry on that pronunciation, but Simpson tried shooting that one into the right corner, but a beautiful stop by Ikemi, and now the ensuing corner, we're unable to get ahead to it, and it is cleared to Clark. Now in the second half, Henry with the ball into Clark's header, and a beautiful stop again from Dunn. This guy, I've said this time and time again now, and another save. This guy's been on fire, but now Simpson in the 64th minute. He has a chance. He passes it off to Sam Whittall. Whittall with the low shot and a wonderful save from Ikemi. Another chance for us on the ensuing corner. We're unable to get a clean head to it, and we give the ball away to Clark, and he's able to take that one away. Now Dicko, the substitute, into Henry. Henry trying to find a cross. He finds Bakary Sacco, who also came on off the bench, scores in the 70th minute to give Wolves the insurance with 20 minutes to play. 2-0 Wolverhampton. Dicko and Sacco, the two substitutes, celebrating together. Now, I'm not sure why they would bring on, I believe it's Bakary Sacco, but I'm not sure why they'd bring on somebody like Sacco's quality, as he is definitely a very good player, and I'm not sure you would want to risk him getting injured in a game against a League 2 side. But nonetheless, in the 73rd minute, Dunk with the ball, he crosses that one into Bird, and the ball bouncing around, and Bird barely puts that one wide. I didn't even think he got a foot to that originally, but on the replay, you can definitely see that he got a foot to it and barely put that one wide. That could have put us within one and within striking distance. But now later on, a few minutes later, the cross into Dicko, and the header goes barely wide. Now in the 81st minute, Foley into Sacco. Sacco gets around one of our defenders, but a beautiful save from Dunn, and it is eventually cleared. Our defense definitely wasn't the strongest point in today's game, but our goalkeeper Dunn was phenomenal, and that one goes wide in the 89th minute. Time ticking down. Will we get another chance? Yes, we will. Whittall in the 5 minutes of stoppage time. He stops looking for a partner. He throws that one out to Hughes. Hughes on the break. He takes the shot, and that's stopped. Hughes on the header, he misses it, but he regains control into Whittall. Whittall gets completely taken out, no penalty, but Hughes gets it, and he puts that one in the back of the net. He celebrates instead of picking up the ball. I don't think he realizes we're down by one, and yeah. A beautiful bit of play. How that wasn't a penalty, sorry, not a penalty, a free kick, blows my mind, or at least a yellow card, but thankfully it wasn't, because we were able to pick up the ball and score on that one. But Will we have enough time, as that goal was later on in stoppage time. Edwards with the ball, and no, we scored barely. Like, if we had lost the ball, that would have been at the end of the game. But Ikemi with a strong performance, done with an even stronger performance, but we were unable to pull out the victory in the Capital One Cup. So we go out in the first round of action, which is really unfortunate. We definitely didn't get a very good draw, as we were against League One promoted side Wolves. But here's your match ratings, done with the first 8 of the season with an 8.1. Hughes was also the other player with above 7. He got a 7.5. Bird was the next closest player with a 6.5. Simpson was up there with a 6.4 as well. And now the bottom 3 were Coulson with a 4.5. He had an atrocious game. Tate and Naylor with a 5.2 each. Naylor definitely didn't have a very good showing, as he got he let up the penalty and etc. And now I'm really sorry, because my recording software glitched and didn't really record the first half of the Wickham game in the second half. Sorry, not the second half, in the third game. But the only thing that I have to tell you, there was no score, but Tom Elliott was sent off again. So that was the only thing that happened, and now we'll get underway in this match. Sorry about that, my laptop was about to die, but a nice save there by Dunn. But now we have a free kick from an awkward angle, and Donaldson goes for it, and that goes off of the wall. And now we get a corner in the 66th minute. Cross in, we are unable to get a clean header, and that is cleared. But now later on in the 90th minute, actually, yes, this game had like no highlights. We shoot, and a beautiful save, and Taylor gets there, but that is the end of the match. There was literally like 3 highlights in that one. Not much happened in the second half. The first half was definitely better. But I'd like to thank you for watching. Here's the match, the player ratings. Miller, our center back, got a man of the match with a 7.8. Dunn was a 7.4. Bobby Joe Taylor got a 6.9, who came in for dunk. But I'd like to thank you for watching. This was supposed to be out yesterday, but with the Canadian Thanksgiving, I didn't really have time. Plus homework. But Elliott got a red card and a 5.1. But I'd like to thank you for watching, and have a nice day. Washington State should be up soon, so I'll see you then. Goodbye.